Hello, today I'm looking at Majjhima number 108, the GopakaMogellana Sutta. And the location is Rajagaha in the bamboo grove, the squirrel sanctuary. That also gives the time on this one is not long after Buddha's passing. And it's at a time when Rajagaha was being fortified due to military threats. And the persons mentioned are Ananda, who is a leading follower of Buddha, GopakaMogellana, who's a local Brahmin, and Vasakara, who's also a Brahmin and is chief minister of the region of Magadha. And the sutta starts with, before the daily alms round, Venerable Ananda goes to see and is welcomed by GopakaMogellana. GopakaMogellana asks Ananda if there is any bhikkhu or monk who possesses all the qualities possessed by the recently deceased Master Gotama. No, came the reply from Ananda, for the Blessed One led the way and all we can do is follow the way. And he elaborates on that. They are joined by Vasakara, the Brahmin and chief minister of Magadha, who asks of Ananda, is there any bhikkhu or monk appointed by Master Gotama to now be the refuge instead of Master Gotama? Ananda replies, no. Then continues Vasakara, have the monks or the Sangha appointed anyone to be the refuge now that the Master Gotama has passed on? Ananda replies, no. So Ananda is then asked, how does the Sangha stay together with common cause if there's no leader? I think that's what he's saying. Ananda replies, we have a refuge with the Dhamma, the teachings. The Blessed One has prescribed the course of training for bhikkhus, monks. He has laid down the rules, the Patimokkha. On the Upasata day, that's Upasatha, Upasata, on Upasata day. Now that translates as observant day. And to ensure the day or date is understood by all, it's governed by the phases of the moon, generally around a quarter moon. So that's basically around once a week. So I don't think this has anything to do with moon worship, but it's more just what common timing would be available for a civilization before clocks, watches and calendars were invented. So it's basically look up, if you see a quarter moon, then that's the time to observe the Buddhist rites. So it goes on the Upasata day, we meet and someone recites the Patimokkha rules. If one of our number is reminded of an offence or transgression, we make him act in accordance with the Dhamma and its instructions. So it is not the group that makes us act, it is the Dhamma or teachings. Ananda is then asked again if there is any bhikkhu whom you now honour, respect, revere and venerate, on whom you live in dependence, honour and respecting him. To which Ananda replies, there is such a one. The answer by Ananda confuses the Brahmin, as Ananda has just denied there is such a person. So Ananda is asked to explain his contradiction. So Ananda says, Brahmin, there are 10 qualities that have been declared by the Blessed One. And when these qualities are found in anyone amongst us, we honour, respect, revere and venerate him. And what are the 10? First, a bhikkhu who dwells restrained by the restraint of the Patimokkha, perfect in conduct and resort. 2. He has learned much, remembers much, investigated and penetrated well by view. 3. He is content with his simple life of robes, alms food, resting place, and medicine. 4. He obtains at will the 4 jhanas that provide pleasant abiding. 5. He wields various kinds of supernormal powers. Having been one, he becomes many. Having been many, he becomes one. He appears and vanishes. He goes unhindered through walls, mountains, space. He dives in and out of the earth as if it were water. He walks on water. He travels in space like a bird. With his hand he touches and strokes the moon and the sun. He wields mastery even as far as the Brahma world. 6. With the divine ear, he hears sounds both divine and human. 7. He understands the minds of other beings, those affected by or unaffected by lust, hate, delusion, a contracted mind, a distracted mind, an exalted mind, an unexalted mind, a surpassed mind and unsurpassed mind, a concentrated mind and unconcentrated mind, a liberated mind and unliberated mind. 8. He recollects his manifold past lives and their details. 9. With the divine eye he sees beings passing away and reappearing, inferior and superior, fair, ugly, fortunate, unfortunate, how beings pass on according to their actions. 10. By realizing with direct knowledge, he enters upon and abides in the deliverance of mind, with the destruction of the taints, or the asavas. The conversation then turned to the Brahmin Vasakara, remembering that he had previously met Buddha, where Buddha gave a talk about meditation, that Master Gautama was an expert meditator and praised all forms of meditation. Ananda then corrects the Brahmin that Buddha did not praise those meditators whose minds are obsessed by sense lust and who do not understand what it is to escape from sensual lust. Those people cannot meditate properly, nor those who harbour ill will, are slothful or restless, have doubt and cannot escape doubt. But Buddha did praise those who, quite secluded from sense pleasures, secluded from unwholesome states, enter the first jhana, the second, the third, the fourth, with by the stilling of applied and sustained thought, with the fading away of rapture, with the abandoning of pleasure and pain. At this, Brahmin Vasakara says his farewells and departs. But Brahmin GopakaMogellana asks for further clarification about the earlier conversation. Did I not tell you, Brahmin? Ananda responds, and repeats what he earlier stated. There is no single bhikkhu who possesses in each and every way all those qualities that were possessed by the Blessed One. For the Blessed One was the arouser of the unarisen path, the producer of the unproduced path, the declarer of the undeclared path. He was the knower of the path, the finder of the path, the one skilled in the path. And now his followers only follow the path and become suffused with it after him. So I think that's basically saying that even the most revered and holy monk can never be the creator of Buddhist beliefs, always only a follower. And that's the end of Majjhima number 108. What was it called again? The GopakaMogellana Sutta. Thanks for watching.